property tour, shall we? Brian Lebo here, and today we've got a wonderful property. We are out at Southern Highlands Country Club, and for you longtime viewers out there, you might recognize this house and it may look a little familiar is what I'm getting at. And that's because 2 years ago, one of the first high-end video tours that we were doing, we featured a property around the corner in the country club by the same developer, Delmonico Construction. So you may notice some similarities in aesthetic and design. Now, like we normally do, we're going to start off in the kitchen, but first off, we're going to talk about the flooring. The entire main floor of this house is all large format 24 by 48 inch porcelain tile. So very modern, very lovely, very neutral. But like we always do, we're going to start first off in the kitchen here. So you can't miss this massive island. So right here we have a 15-foot long white quartz, beautiful island. So the top surface consists of 2 full entire oversized slabs. And of course we have the obligatory waterfall return on both sides. So perfect, modern, elegant, and a very clean design. You'll notice the aesthetic of this house is very, very clean and modern. So over here we have our built-in refrigeration. So we do have Thermador. All the appliances are all Thermador. So here we have a 50-50 split in the refrigeration freezing. And let's talk about the cabinetry. So a lot of times you'll see a split design in the cabinetry where maybe the island will be a different color than the backside of the kitchen. Here it's a bit of a mix. So you'll notice around the refrigerator and in the island, we have this really lovely TFL cabinetry that's kind of a matte satin gray finish. Very modern, very lovely. But now as we come down a little bit farther, you'll notice that some of the other cabinetry to accent is a TFL with an oak veneer on it. And you can also see on this back wall where we have like the ovens and the espresso maker. So really lovely, really nice. Now we have the same white quartz counter surface on the back side of the kitchen as well as all the other surface areas. First off, we're going to talk about the cooktop. So it's a cooktop, or I should say a grill top, because the controls are in the front, not on top. We will see a cooktop later. So here we have a professional series 48-inch gas Thermador grill top, and we have the matching 48-inch Thermador ventilation. Now, here's a hot topic button to press. I don't get it, so I want to hear your comments. This is a real hot button because we do have our pot filler, and guys, I just do not understand the obsession with, look, I'm obsessed with dishwashers, we've established that. But you guys, I've got to hear your comments on the pot filler, because here you have the pot filler, but you can also fill it right here. So even if you do fill up the pot, you're still gonna have a heavy pot full of water and you're still gonna have to move from here to here. It just seems a bit excessive. Is that just me? You guys leave your comments below and set me straight. Now, speaking of pots and sinks, check out this sink. This is one of the most gorgeous and bespoke sinks that you'll find. This is the gallery system sink. So it's a modular system where you can have like the grate top, you can have built-in strainers like this right here, which is incredible. But even more so, it's a huge sink. This is a 54-inch long sink. So it's about an additional third from a large farm style sink, if you will. Now, it's about that time in the video where we have to conduct our dishwasher time. We are well over $3 million, which means we have to have 2 dishwashers, and I'm proud to say we do have 1 Thermador dishwasher here, and as we go on the other side of this massive sink, we have another Thermador dishwasher here. So absolutely wonderful. All right, coming down here a little bit farther, we're gonna start off on this end of the kitchen and work our way back. So as we come down this direction, you can see we have kind of our morning bar here. So we have the continuation of the oak TFL cabinetry that we discussed earlier, same white quartz countertop, beautiful backsplash with this porcelain tile, very lovely. So just a great area to keep some of your coffee products or whatever you may want. Now, coming down this direction, I love what they did. I love keeping the symmetry on both sides, and I love that we have the oak cabinetry on the left, the oak cabinetry on the right, and that satin gray here. So first off, we have our Thermador built-in oven, then we have our Thermador espresso maker, and then we have the second Thermador built-in oven. So perfect symmetry. And even this alcove that they created for decorative items, even this has LED upward illumination. So really, really neat. All right, coming down here a little bit farther, We have another additional area, which we're gonna see in a moment, for additional counter space, but this is really cool. You know, in a property this large, in this kind of a neighborhood, you're gonna probably be throwing some soirees, if you will. So here we have the chef's kitchen. So very spacious. The ceilings in here are about 12 feet high. The cabinetry goes all the way to the ceiling. And now here we have our cooktop. So now we have another gas burning cooktop. This one, however, is 30 inches with the matching 30-inch ventilation hood. So this is great for prep. If you do have a chef that's coming in your home for a party, wonderful. And we have a gorgeous Kohler farm sink as well. Now, gotta love it, we have 2 refrigerators. So if you're poor like me, we call this the beer fridge, and it's normally in the garage, right? So here you have access to another refrigerator and still inside the dwelling without having to go in the garage like a heathen, right? Now, over here, a little bit odd since it's a little bit away from the actual kitchen, but over here, down below, built in, we have a really beautiful Thermador built-in microwave oven. So I'll hit you with the ooh, and hit you with the ah sound. So very nice built-in microwave. Now, normally we don't go into garages too much, but this is a pretty neat garage. So we're gonna come in and check this out real briefly. So this is a huge garage. It's labeled as a 5-car garage, but it's 1,400 square feet, which typically would translate to a 7-car garage. It's just awkward as far as parking. In theory, you probably could get 7 cars, but be a little tough and you'd probably need a couple Mini Coopers. But you can see this is the 2-bay garage side. We have epoxy floors. Above me over here, we actually have 2 HVAC units. So you can keep this entire garage perfectly climate controlled, which is wonderful. Over here, we have exterior access to the side yard. And here we have a really large storage closet. And we even have 3 tankless water heaters that are hidden in that closet. Now, another neat feature is this area over here. We have a beautiful undermount sink, stainless steel, white quartz countertop, and a floating vanity. You don't typically see that in a garage, so kind of neat. All right, coming back inside the property, we're gonna check out this area and then check out the laundry room. So we do have a mud deck area, so your little drop zone if you wanna take your shoes off before you get into the property. But check out this laundry room because this is really, really neat. We're gonna start at the back and work our way forward. Again, the same white quartz countertops, the same TFL oak cabinetry. Nothing was spared, even in this laundry room. We have another Kohler farm style sink. This is a laundry room, no expense spared. Obviously, this area right here would denote where the washer and dryer goes, but as you'll see later, there is another area for a washer dryer, which is great. And this is one of my favorite features in new homes today. As a proud fur baby dad, this is where I'd give Deuce a bath. So this is so cool. Right here, you can put your fur baby in. You have a normal shower head with a handle. So just a perfect zone to be able to wash your pets over here. Love it. All right, now coming over to this area, on the back side of the kitchen, we have a movie theater. So we have our undermount sink here. We have refrigeration, plenty of cabinetry, plenty of area for your goodies, your popcorn, whatever. And of course, here we have our stadium seating. Obviously, you'll notice we're a bit under construction at the moment, so we're doing a little bit of finishing touches here, but a beautiful movie theater. Obviously, you have your 11.2 surround sound already built in and ready to go. Very lovely. Now, as we come through this area of the movie theater, we have a pretty neat area right here. So I would call this a wellness room, a little bit small. It could be a bedroom, but this is kind of set up a little bit more to be a wellness room. So we have wired here for a display, and this is where you would put your Peloton, your treadmill, your elliptical, and we have this 10-foot pocket slider. So you have perfect ingress and egress right here. So on a day like today where it's not too hot, how wonderful to get a workout and have this totally blown out and open. Now we have this barn door enclosure here for the bathroom. And so look, if you work up a little sweat and you don't want to go to the primary suite, you can literally hop in here real quick and take a shower. We have a beautiful vanity with a concrete above mount sink. And this is one of the coolest things. You've probably seen it a few times, but this is a beautiful Kohler toilet, kind of an egg shaped, very modern, very, very lovely. So really neat. And you can also use this shower if you're entertaining and kids are coming out of the pool. They can just come right in here. Don't have to worry. It's all tile. Very nice. And if you just wanted to have refrigerated water bottles while you're on the treadmill, you've got refrigeration and another sink and beautiful cabinetry. Not to mention above, we have built-in surround sound. So full home automation, and you can have whatever you want piped through the entire home. Coming through this area, this is right back into the kitchen area where we started. So this would be more of your breakfast nook area, if you could call this a nook, but very beautiful. We have gorgeous pendant light fixtures that have been deployed. And this is what we're talking about. How wonderful would this be to either have a lovely breakfast or enjoy your dinner pseudo al fresco? We have a beautiful, I love this system. So not only do we have a pocket slider, this right here is 15 feet long. So it's a very, very long slider, and it comes to a 90-degree angle. So both pockets deploy right in. So it gives you this absolutely seamless indoor-outdoor living. Absolutely wonderful. A lot of times you'll see slider systems, but they don't fully deploy into any pocket. They just stop at the end. Really neat. All right, coming around this area a little bit more, now we got the big boy. So now here we have a 20-foot slider system, which leads us into the backyard and the pool, which is absolutely incredible. So coming around this area a little bit more, now we have the actual family room. This is an incredible family room with double height ceilings. So you've got about 22 feet high ceilings in this area. And this is, where you'd come in and watch casual television if you weren't going to entertain in the theater. So first off, we have this incredible electric 100-inch fireplace, and it's beset by this massive media wall that's full of steel panels that comprise this entire media wall. And to give you a sense of scale, this is an 85-inch television, so very, very, very large. All right, coming over to this area, you might have noticed it when we initially walked in the property. Over here, we have our wine closet, so don't know how many bottles, but certainly more than my collection, so very nice to be able to display that. Now, one of my favorite things is I love having an office in the front of the home, so while you're working, it's nice to be able to see what's going on outside. So here we have an open den, so you could enclose this with some glass doors, French doors, whatever to your liking. We have wired for a display right here, and we even have French doors that lead you directly into the driveway. So if you did secure this area and you did have people that needed to come to your property to sign documents, pick up something, they really don't need to come into the main dwelling. They have direct access into your office. Another thing that's beautiful is we have this gorgeous coffered ceiling with LED illumination, and we have a wood veneer on the ceiling. So just gives it a very nice, elegant, little extra look. Now, speaking of elegant and extra, check this out. Now, coming back over here, we didn't really discuss this. Here, I'll have you pan this direction real quick. I mean, I'm probably half the height of this door because I'm 6'1". This is, I believe, a 12-foot high steel or wrought iron pivot door. Just a massive, massive pivot door. Very, very incredible. But this is so elegant over here. I love this. So here we have a gorgeous floating staircase, wrought iron railing, glass separators. And what I love is all of the steppers are a concrete veneer. But if you look over here on this side, you can notice that embedded in the underside of every single stepper is LED illumination. So not only is it good for safety so you don't miss a step, but at night this just glows and looks incredible. All right, coming down here, we have our primary suite over here to the right, and to the left, this is the powder bathroom that all your guests would be using. So coming in here, we have the same white quartz countertops, above mount sink, oak veneer, floating vanity, beautiful pendant light, and once again, we have that same beautiful Kohler egg toilet in the water closet. So really neat. But now it's time to check out the primary suite. So let's come in here and see what's going on in the primary suite. We'll get to the bathroom here in a moment, but over here to your right, this would be his closet. So much smaller than the other closet that you're about to see, but still adequate. Now coming into the sleeping quarters, really neat. Now, if you haven't picked up already, there is refrigeration everywhere. So there's no excuse to not be hydrated and have your water bottles on deck at all times. So we have built-in refrigeration, under-mount Blanco sink, same white quartz countertops, tons of alcoves and floating shelves with illumination for any of your sculptures or art. And then we have this gorgeous media wall right here. along with, I believe it's a modern flame. So here we have about a 60-inch modern flame electric fireplace. Really neat. But the best part and the showstopper here is, once again, in order to create that perfect ingress and egress for modern living, here we have double pocket sliders on a 90-degree angle. So really wonderful. Again, if you wanted to hop in the jacuzzi and go right into the shower, perfect ingress and egress. And on a day like today, it's great to keep it blown out. Now, obviously over here, we have a nice linear window leading out to the jacuzzi, and perfect for your bed and sleeping. Above us, we have the same ceiling that we just saw in the office. So very lovely. But now it's time to check out the bathroom, because this is a pretty, just beautiful, incredible bathroom. All right, coming into the bathroom, you cannot miss this floating bathtub. So absolutely beautiful, kind of matches all the toilets with this rounded egg-like shape. We have a lovely veneer on the ceiling. And what you probably can't tell is that this entire shower surround, including surrounding the ceiling up here, is all the same white quartz that we saw like in the kitchen and all the other counter surfaces. So this is not drywall, this is all quartz for the surround. So really, really lovely. All right, coming over in this direction, one of the things that people are not happy about many times is when you have a primary suite that only has one water closet. So very nice that they thought of that in this property. We do have two water closets, so his and his, hers and hers, his and her. Yeah, guys, figured it out. But we have that same beautiful egg cooler toilet in here. And then again, we have the continuation, same white quartz countertops, same oak veneer. We have these little alcoves so you can fold your towels and make it feel more spa-like. Now, coming down this direction, we have a really wonderful shower. So this is kind of neat. We're going to play around because you can go both sides. So stepping into the shower, all that white quartz surround, this backside, this area for all your products as well. I got all those hair products to worry about, right? But really, really neat. So not only do we have two shower heads, we have a rainfall shower head, and we have our handle here as well. So you can even sit down and sit on your stoop and bathe yourself if you wanted to. And it's all controlled by this Kohler valve system. So really, really neat and state of the art. Coming through the shower on the other side, this would be more his side because the counter surface is a little bit shorter than the other side. So very redundant, but I do love this above mount sink by Nantucket, kind of a trough system. I really love it. And then we have all these wonderful light fixtures as well. Behind me here, this would most likely be his water closet, since this is more his side. And then let's check out the second closet. So this is a little bit of a different kind of closet, right? So the elephant in the room we have to address, obviously we have this massive window in the closet. Kind of neat because it adds all that extra ambient lighting. On the other hand, I'm not sure you want to be choosing your jeans and your undies and waving to your neighbors. So I'm assuming that this will either have a solar shade. I would probably just frost the glass so it's diffused light. But plenty of closet space in here, all custom cabinetry. But here's the coolest part. Absolutely love this. We have our washer and dryer in the primary closet. So literally easy breezy, all your towels right there. I mean, if you're living in this home, you're probably not doing your own laundry anyways. So your people will appreciate the shorter walks. But if you're a laundry weirdo like I am and do about 30 loads a month, this will cut down on a little bit of traffic. So kind of neat. All right, guys, we have now seen this entire first main floor. So meet me upstairs and let's see what's going on up there. All right, guys, welcome to the second floor. Now, right behind me here, this is the front door that we came in from with that 12-foot pivot door. Over here to the left, you'll see this is the staircase that we came up. And then on this side of the landing, this is overlooking the family room with the views into the pool. So a beautiful, beautiful landing area. Now, let's come down this side because we have a second primary suite. That always sounds terrible. And then over here to your left, this is the powder bathroom. So let's check out the powder bathroom first. So in here, very similar to what we've seen, keeping with that theme, we have the same oak veneer for the floating vanity, white quartz, above mount sink, beautiful mirror, LED lighting behind it, and we have our Kohler egg toilet. Really neat. Now, this is where things are going to get a little bit weird, but very, very functional and very cool. As we all know, the world is becoming multi-generational, so a lot of people have their parents living with them, and this is wonderful. So over here to the left, you might be getting deja vu. Over here to, I should say the right, was his closet. And then check this out. We are directly above the primary suite downstairs, and this is literally 100% model match. The only difference you're gonna notice is over here where we have the media wall. Downstairs, because we were on the main floor, we had that 90-degree double pocket door system. Can't do that up here. So now we just have perfect symmetry on the media wall, which leads us out. Instead of going to the pool and the jacuzzi, now we have a nice, wonderful private balcony with views of the mesa. So we're gonna speed ramp this up because you've literally seen this exact same room downstairs. So follow me real quick and let's get through this. Okay, I gotta say, very neat. We actually have 3 sets of washer and dryers. So even up here in the second primary, they have their own washer and dryer as well. So gotta love that kind of level of functionality. Okay, now we're back where we started on the second floor on the landing. So over here to your right is the front door. Over here to your left leads out to the backyard overlooking the family room. Now this is a little nerdy, but kind of cool. So this upstairs closet actually houses all of your smart home features, all your HVAC stuff, massively deep, so you could use it as a storage closet. But one of the things that's always overlooked, but really neat, is if you look up above, you'll notice there's HVAC. A lot of times all these components get really, really hot and will kick in the fans. So this is really lovely because you can actually turn on the air conditioning in this closet by itself to keep all those electronics at bay. All right, now we have one of the secondary bedrooms. So en suite, so it has its own bathroom. So first off, over here to the left, we have a beautiful walk-in closet, very nice. We even have the coffered ceiling like we saw downstairs in the primary and in the office. Perfect job. We have wired for our display, which is perfectly across from where the bed would go here. Now coming into the bathroom, really, really lovely bathroom. So same as before, oak, we have the white quartz countertop, floating mirror, perfect. And here we haven't seen a shower quite like this, so this is really nice. So we have a different tile, we have the white quartz for the bench, and an offset accent wall for in the shower. Just a perfect secondary bathroom, gotta love that. All right, now let's get back out in the hallway and let's check out kind of an interesting room. Now, directly below this area, this is where the movie theater was housed. And so this is kind of a flex room, if you will. So obviously we have these dramatic double doors leading into this room. I would still say this is suitable for a bedroom, but if you have another purpose, let's say an arts and crafts room, whatever it is that you're into, another exercise room, this can be whatever you want. So we still have over here, we have a closet over here built in. We have the same coffer ceiling that we just saw. And then over here, we have another bathroom. I'm not gonna spend too much time because it's basically the exact same. So all the same stuff that we've been seeing. But what's really neat is obviously downstairs, this is the movie theater screen, but here we have this beautiful balcony so you can walk out and enjoy a beautiful day like today. So really, really neat. All right, now let's wrap this up in this last area because this is kind of an interesting, neat area. So coming in here, this is basically like a loft. So downstairs, remember this was the wellness room, a lot smaller than this room because on the back side of the wall, we also have the bathroom. So this is much larger than the wellness room. So right here, we have wired for a display. So if you wanted, let's say you have kids and you wanted this to be the kids' play area, keep all the toys away from where anyone else is gonna see it, this is a perfect space for it. Throw the TV up, let them go crazy. They even have their own air conditioner, so you could separate this entire area into a zone. Now, we'll get to this in a second, but this is kind of neat. Remember downstairs in the wellness area, we didn't have quite as dramatic of a pocket slider as this, but here, instead of going out into the backyard, here we have a lovely oversized balcony, and we have those gorgeous views of the mountain. So just a really, really neat area. And then over here, once again, same theme, the oak veneer, the white quartz countertops, all these beautiful custom alcoves with upward illumination LED lighting. And of course, we have refrigeration. So more refrigeration, the Blanco sink, everything that you would possibly need up here in the loft. Now we've seen the downstairs, we've seen the upstairs, we've seen 2 primary suites that are 100% identical. Now it's time to wrap this up and check out the backyard. So meet me out back and let's see what's going on there. All right, guys, now welcome to the backyard. We had to give you this shot just so you could appreciate that ingress and egress. So we'll get to this pool here in a moment, but follow me down this direction and we'll talk along the way. So over here, we have that beautiful 90-degree pocket slider system that leads us right into the kitchen area. Again, I just love the relationship between the backyard and the home. It's a perfect integration here. Above us, we have this massive patio cover. It's probably 100 feet long. We have the wood veneer on the ceiling. We have surround sound, and we have electrical for ceiling fans, so you could functionally use this space as well. Now, coming down here, we've got a couple things to discuss. First off, behind this wall over here, all the pool equipment has been completely sheathed, so a little bit more of obstruction from sound, and it's not as unsightly, if you will. Over here, we have our outdoor kitchen area, so even here, we have white quartz counter surfaces like we've seen throughout the entire home. We have our undermount sink, we have our 36-inch built-in barbecue, and we have refrigeration. Now, coming around this side, it's kind of neat. Over here, we have kind of like a conversation pit, if you will. So we have our nice gas feature here, so you can put some chairs, have a little conversation, a little bit of privacy over. And then this area that we're standing in right now is a beautiful artificial turf area for your fur babies to do their business. But I love this vantage point. So from right here, you can really see just how long this pool is. This vastly exceeds the current permitting. The current permitting is it is exactly 600 surface area feet. And this is probably about 10 feet and way past 60 feet. So this blows past it. This probably is about 1,000 square feet. But I love how functional it is because you can literally do laps and actually get exercise, which you can't often say here in Vegas. So further talking about the pool, this is really, really neat. So this is partially underneath that covered patio area, and we have these beautiful wood beams to kind of warm up this area. Now, over these steppers, this is kind of a cool feature. Hopefully we can get this going for B-roll sake. But over here, this creates kind of like a reflection pool. And remember, right here is the sight line. So you would see this the second you walk in the home, looking right through here. Here we have 3 water features that spring up like a fountain, and it has upward illumination. So at night, it's incredibly dramatic. On this side, we have total redundancy. So we have the same 3, but they're offset. So you'll see all 5, almost like Olympic rings, if you will. But this is neat as well, because if they're not on, you have access to a Baja shelf right here. Right over past this area, you have an oversized sheer descent, so it creates a waterfall. And we even have a gas feature above it, so you can get some flames and more drama at night. So this would be in a wonderful, wonderful place at night. Now over here, this was the downstairs primary suite. We talked about this before, 90-degree pocket slider, and we walk right into that primary sleeping quarters. Now over here, this is really, really cool. So this entire space is all one massive Baja shelf. So you literally could have 10 chaise lounges in here. I mean, it's a party going on over here. One of the biggest Baja shelves that I've seen. So really useful, really neat. Then over here, we have what I always affectionately call the Quattrofinity. Here we have our Quattrofinity jacuzzi. So really nice. And again, walk right in from the jacuzzi, right into the primary bath. And we have a little bit more artificial turf there as well. All right, guys, we've seen inside, we've seen outside. This pretty much wraps up the video. Tell me, guys, what is your favorite feature of the house? Got to read your comments on that pot filler, but I'm interested to hear your favorite part of the home. Is it having 2 primaries that are a mirror match? Really unique, really functional. Well, special thanks to Ernie Delmonico, my buddy, my boy. Thank you for allowing me to film this property. Be sure to click to like, click to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Deuces.